Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Attorney Luis Victoria, and we have a special guest today, John Thing, a friend of mine from Texas. Is a lawyer too in Texas, and we are going to talk about mandamus. What does mandamus mean? Mandamus is an action that you can file a lawsuit against the government when your case is stuck, when you don't have any response from the government because you have been waiting for years, and then you don't know what to do. You don't know how to join with your family. You don't know the results of your adjustment of status. You don't know anything about your case. So some people, they don't know what to do. But now today we have a couple of strategies that you are going to be able to use against the government. Yes, you can file a suit against the government. So isn't it? Welcome, John.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, señor abogado Luis Victoria?
Siempre estás practicando tu español, eso es muy importante. John, I am very
Sí.
well. Y gracias por estar aquí en nuestro canal. Thank you so much to be here. Vamos a hablar un poquito de español también para aquellos que de pronto están viendo este video. Nosotros vamos a hablarles, estoy hoy con mi amigo John. Él vive en Texas, yo vivo en Miami, somos abogados aquí en Estados Unidos y vamos a hablar de esos casos que usted tiene en el consulado por años. Usted tiene casos aquí en US por años, no sabe nada de su caso, no ha conseguido la entrevista, usted no ha conseguido el resultado del ajuste de estatus. ¿Qué ha pasado con sus casos? Nadie sabe. Aquí tenemos en nuestro canal varios videos en cuanto a ese tipo de problemas, y usted en ocasiones solamente dice que va a ser un expedite y en ocasiones dice que va a ser una llamada al NBC, pero muchas veces eso no sirve para nada. So we are going to talk about those cases that are a little bit more difficult because years have passed and you don't have any response, isn't it?
Thank you, Luis. You know, most people think that maybe their case is difficult or it won't be approved for some reason, but actually, most of the time, it's because the government is very not efficient, inefficient, they're not organized, and they know that. So we have to take advantage of this last option, and that's called mandamus lawsuit.
Correcto. Lo que estamos hablando hoy es de la acción legal against the government. So we are going to talk about how to file a lawsuit against the government because they haven't taken action, with respect to your particular case. So, lo que estamos hablando aquí es de demandar al gobierno. No le dé miedo de demandar al gobierno. Some people, they are a little bit afraid for that, right, John? So they don't need to be afraid to file a suit against the government because many people, they say, wow, but if I file a lawsuit, they are going to deny my case.
You're right. That's a common question I receive, and actually, fortunately, every time I file a lawsuit, there was no denial. But filing a lawsuit by itself does not mean they're going to deny your case. And I tell my clients, if they wanted to deny your case, they would have done that several years ago.
Exactly. So, mire, no les den miedo de demandar, no les den miedo de demandar si ustedes tienen esos casos por años vamos a decir, en un proceso administrative process y todo esto, no hay problema. Ustedes pueden demandar el gobierno porque el gobierno tiene la obligación de darles una respuesta a ustedes. Ya regresamos. We are going to have a little bit introduction here, John, and we are going to come back in a couple of seconds. Thank you one more time to be here in our YouTube channel. We are here to provide you information, useful information for you to be able to get the American dream. This is very important. Today we are talking about an important tool that you have in order to get a response from your case from the government, because many people, they haven't been able to obtain that response from the government. Y hoy les estamos hablando de importantes herramientas. Vamos a responder ciertas preguntas. Los veo un poquito pasivos. Quiero saber de dónde nos están escribiendo. Vamos a estar hablando en español, en inglés, no hay problema, porque aquí con John estamos practicando un poquito de español también, ¿no, John?
Sí, sí.
Listo. Y entonces no se preocupen si de pronto hay alguno que no entiende inglés, no importa, aquí vamos a estar traduciendo, pero quiero que hagan las preguntas porque a lo último vamos a responder las preguntas. Hoy es un día también diferente, normalmente estamos los martes a las 8:30 haciendo preguntas y respuestas, pero hoy tenemos un invitado especial que es el amigo mío John y estamos hablando acerca del Mandamus Action. Entonces, we were talking about this Mandamus Action. Who can file the Mandamus Action, John? Any person or some people?
Anyone can file. So even if you are waiting outside America for your visa interview, or you're waiting and you receive the 221G notice after your interview, you can sue also.
Perfect. Luca, mira esto, tan importante. Cualquier persona puede demandar el gobierno. Si ustedes tienen un 221G, por ejemplo, ustedes pueden demandar el gobierno si ha habido mucho tiempo esperando una respuesta. Muchos nos escriben a nuestro YouTube, nos escriben a nuestro Instagram, a nuestro WhatsApp. Tenemos clientes que nos llaman todo el tiempo. Dicen, pero es que yo he esperado años, yo he esperado muchos meses. So, but how long does the person need to wait until they can file an action against the government? So, months, years, how long they have to wait for this?
Okay, so depende de caso, okay, por tiempo de esperando, okay. So, por ejemplo, un caso afuera de Estados Unidos, cuando usted recibe una noticia de 221 noticia, usualmente espera 2, 3, 4 meses, okay. Muchos clientes llamo a mi oficina, espero 6 meses.
Claro.
So, or más. So, no necesita esperar mucho tiempo.
Okay, but usually they need to wait at least 180 days in order to start an action for Mandamus Action,
So,
or it can be less than 180 days?
Entonces, Luis, for 180 days, that is por casos en Estados Unidos. Por ejemplo, the 485, the forma 485 adjustment of status. So, en esta situación, sí, mínimo 180 days. Okay.
Perfect. Miren, esto es muy importante. Aquí estamos hablando con John de lo siguiente. Hay personas, por ejemplo, que han llevado a cabo su ajuste de estatus. Vamos a decir que ustedes lo enviaron hoy o en estos últimos 5 años y nada que le llega. Entonces usted ya puede enviar una acción de mandamos, es decir, usted puede mandar el gobierno, pero no hay límite de esperar a nivel consular. Es decir, cuando usted tiene un proceso de estos en su embajada y nada que le respondan, usted no necesita esperar tanto tiempo. Usted puede hacerlo inclusive al mes, a los 2 meses, a los 3 meses, porque usted necesita una respuesta rápida. But I would like to talk a little bit more about, John, that maybe people, they are a little bit like confused because they think that a mandamus action is very, very difficult, like a action to take, Instead, they say always, I want to expedite, I want to get my interview with the consulate. So how can they, understand that a mandamus action is something that they can do?
Well, I'd like to share one example. Quiero demostrar por ejemplo, caso, ¿ok? Un cliente esperó 5 años después de mande de forma 485. 5 años. Usualmente toca más o menos un año. So he came to my office, okay, and he hired me. I filed a lawsuit in febrero este año.
Yeah.
And recibe una noticia de RFE, Request for Evidence.
Yeah.
Este cliente obtener mismo documento RFE, mismo preguntas de RFE, muchos años pasaron.
Oh, wow.
So why would they ask for the same documents? Because, por ejemplo, posible the gobierno, maybe they lost it. Like I said, they're not organized and very inefficient. So waiting 5 years, waiting 2 years is already a long time. And then este cliente obtener de residencia, tarjeta de residencia en julio este año. So toca más o menos 5 meses.
Oh, wow, mira eso. Ok, entonces miren lo que ha pasado en ese caso en particular de John. Él tenía un cliente que se había demorado 5 años y no le daban respuesta en su ajuste de estatus, no tenía ningún tipo de esperanza, y él envió esta demanda, demandó el Estado en febrero y ahora en julio ya tiene la residencia permanente. Escriban sus preguntas, los veo un poquito pasivos, queremos saber de dónde nos están escribiendo, queremos saber si les interesa este tema, para saber si seguimos con estas preguntas y respuestas. Por favor, denle like a este video porque es muy importante para usted, para su familia o para quien lo pueda necesitar. Pero quiero ver más acción en ese chat porque están un poquito pasivos allí y este es un tema que les interesa a muchísimas personas. Por favor, vamos a dar respuestas ahora después de que les hablemos un poquitico más acerca de qué significa el Mandamus Action. Lo que hablamos aquí, we are talking about that, for example, a person is stuck either in consular level or here in USCIS. So what happened when the person file an action? The action is going to be able for the person to receive a positive, like a conclusion, or it doesn't have relation with the outcome. You find that the Mandamus action is not related to the decision of the officer, right?
Sí, you stay correcto. Es diferente proceso. So, por ejemplo, después de mande un lawsuit, okay, in the corte, necesito esperar más o menos 2 meses, okay. Then, entonces, un abogado de gobierno, U.S. Attorney's Office, they will contact me and say that, okay, maybe here's a request for evidence document, but this document is directamente de USCIS or the Estado de Department of State. So yes, you're right. That's 2 different. The U.S. attorneys, they're not the one to create the request for evidence.
Mira, esto es muy importante que sepan ustedes. El hecho de que ustedes demanden al Estado, porque por ejemplo usted no ha tenido respuesta de su caso, a usted no le han dado la entrevista, ustedes están en un 221G, en procedimiento administrativo, entonces ustedes demandan al Estado, no significa que ustedes les van a aprobar su caso, significa que el gobierno va a tomar acción, no tiene que ver con el resultado que ustedes van a tener. Así que denle like a este video porque es muy importante para ustedes. Estamos hablando de un tema muy importante que casi no se toca aquí en las redes, casi no se toca en los canales de YouTube, y que están hablando de 2 abogados de aquí de Estados Unidos con licencia para ejercer el derecho aquí. Esto prácticamente es muy positivo para ustedes. Un abogado de Texas, un abogado de Florida. So it means, John, that we can take cases, for example, from any country in the world, or just some countries, or how is that? So let's say like the person lives in Colombia. Let's say like the person lives in Dominican Republic. Let's say like the person lives in Canada. I mean, anywhere in a part of the world. And also, if the person lives in any of the 50 states, how that works? Can we take any case? I mean, can we able to file an action against a government even if the person is living anywhere, or how is that?
Yes, wonderful question. And what we do is we prefer, if possible, that we file the lawsuit in the state that, let's say if it's a family or even a company, but family petitioner, a U.S. citizen spouse, we file in that same state. So if the company is in Florida, we file in that state, okay, the federal court. But in some situation, if we don't have the certification in that specific state, that's okay. We know plenty of other lawyers who have certification. Or, worst case scenario, we filed a lawsuit in Washington, D.C. I have a certificate there, and we can file there to get you the outcome.
Or otherwise, Texas and Florida, for sure we can do it. Okay,
absolutely,
perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. That's with respect to the consular cases, or with respect to the USCI cases, or both of them?
For both of them, yes.
Ok. Muy bien, miren, esto es muy importante para que todos lo sepan. Escuchen muy bien, por favor. Estamos hablando de la acción legal que usted puede llevar a cabo en contra del gobierno federal cuando su caso no ha obtenido una respuesta durante el tiempo razonable que el gobierno tiene para darle una respuesta a usted. Esto significa que, por ejemplo, el abogado John Tin y Luis Victoria, el otro abogado acá, podemos demandar el gobierno en cualquiera de los estados, siempre y cuando esa persona, es decir, tenga la capacidad de demandar. Nosotros tenemos conexiones con abogados de todos los Estados Unidos y nosotros no podemos en otros estados, pero en Florida y en Texas nosotros lo podemos hacer. Sin embargo, también se puede hacer la demanda en la corte de Washington, D.C. Así que ustedes lo que tienen que hacer es tomar acción. Tomen acción, porque no se van a quedar así manicruzados esperando. I mean, I am telling the people over here right now that thank you so much for them to be here, that they have to take action. So
Yes.
you cannot wait and wait years and years and years. So what's the best recommendation for this person that they have tried many things but nothing, so they haven't gotten a response? So what's the best recommendation, to start right now, or what do they have to do? To first to file an expedited request, or was which are the reasonable steps that the person have to take?
Right. No, great question. If you are living outside America and you're waiting for your visa interview, or in that kind of situation, yes, you can file for expedite, but that's not for everyone. Not every case can file expedite, and please know you're not the only one that would file expedite. So if you're not sure how long you should wait, that means you should just contact our office. At least in our office, if you go to my website, greencardguys.com, please, and you found us through, of course, Senor Luis Victoria's channel, please write down that you learned about me through Luis Victoria, so we can take care of you.
Awesome.
But we're not a law firm that accepts every case. We want to be honest with you and share with you, because it does cost, we charge reasonable fees, but it does cost more money, because I know you already paid maybe another lawyer just to file your first application.
Yeah,
but
that's
at
true.
the end of the day, you shouldn't have to wait more than 1 year.
Perfect.
So
Okay,
we're here to
that's
help
all.
you, guide you.
Yeah. I mean, estamos hablando acerca de que nosotros no tomamos todos los casos, tenemos que analizar su caso, pero regularmente nosotros cuando tomamos un caso tenemos, es decir, costos razonables de acuerdo a su tipo de caso. Entonces es muy importante que ustedes se asesoren de su abogado. No estamos hablando de que ustedes tienen que contactarnos a nosotros, pero ustedes tienen que asesorarse muy bien y saber exactamente de qué depende su caso, qué ha sucedido, porque ustedes no tienen una respuesta. No solamente la pandemia, no solamente la congestión, también tienen que saber exactamente cuál es su caso. Vamos a tratar de responder algunas preguntas. We are going to try to respond some questions over here,
Sure.
John. So look at this person. He says, buenas tardes, doctor. Good afternoon, doctor. Cuando una empresa estadounidense me patrocina, ¿es mejor gestionar los documentos en territorio nacional? Bueno, this question is not related to Mandamus, but they say that if a corporation or enterprise, they are going to file an employment visa, the person asks if it is better to file the case outside U.S. or inside U.S. So I think we need to analyze the case, because every case is different, and we don't have
Necesito
any más información.
hechos,
Exactamente. Para este caso, Luana, y muchas gracias por tu pregunta, no podemos dar una respuesta absoluta porque todas las características son diferentes para cada caso, así que puede ser que en este momento tú tengas un estatus legal aquí en Estados Unidos, no sabemos qué visa es, si es una B3, si es una O1, bueno, and there are a lot of employment visas too, so it's a little bit difficult question there. So, Will Eduardo, gracias por escribirnos, dice, buenas tardes, doctor, una persona tiene 5 meses ya con libertad bajo parol en Estados Unidos, sin fecha de corte aún, puede introducir el asilo con la I-189. Bueno, this is another question that is not related to the Mandamus case. Es otra pregunta que no es relacionada con el tema que estamos hablando, pero vamos a tratar de responderla con mucho gusto, Will. Entonces, the person asks if the person has been in 5 months with the parole after the court grant this parole to him. and then he's asking if he can introduce the asylum, the I-589. I think as long as the person has the parole, he can do it. I think,
Yes, I
right?
mean, I recommend,
That's,
if I may, Luis, that
yeah,
anyone trying to apply for asylum, you need to do that before 1 year
that's
after
true.
you enter
That's true.
U.S.
Yeah,
Okay,
todos los que
because
quieran,
if you wait,
ya, todos los que quieran enviar un asilo, Eduardo, usted tiene que hacerlo en un término máximo de un año. Primero. Segundo, tienes que tener algo que se llama Credible Fear Interview, la entrevista de miedo creíble para saber si es un asilo que no es frívolo, ¿no? Entonces, vamos aquí con another question over here. Christian Martinez, I am citizen and my spouse, my wife, esposo, hermano, okay, mi esposo, hermano, los 6 pasos, 20, okay, and they finished the consular processing on June 25th. When they are going to have the documents? I mean, they are from
oh
Mexico.
wow,
That's a huge question. That's a big question
yeah, that's a
because
long time. So
yeah,
that
that's
sounds like a sample situation, a standard situation. Maybe Christian Martinez, usted recibe una noticia de 221G, posible?
no, actually, they haven't received it to 21G. They say that they finished the consular processing, the steps, and then
Oh,
they finish on June 25th. And then he's asking when we are going to receive the green card, I think, or the immigrant visa.
okay.
So it's
Yeah,
going
it
to
sounds like they mean that she already had the interview. So
no,
that's
no,
too long.
actually, they haven't had
Or
the interview yet. So I think they just
okay.
finished the consular processing. So they need to wait for the
Oh,
interview, which is, I mean, it depends on the
okay.
of the embassy and
I think they
everything.
mean the National Visa Center for documentary qualified. Maybe that's what they mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, there's no set timetable on that after,
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah. Still no sabemos exactamente cuánto puede demorar, pero probablemente más de un año, quizás, no sé. Eso depende mucho del consulado y todo, ¿no? Okay,
But
we have
Luis,
another. Uh-huh.
I'd like to
Jenny
share
Mo.
one example because I know
Oh, yeah,
someone asked about asylum earlier.
yeah, yeah.
We were
Sure,
talking about the consular process earlier and also 485.
sure,
But
sure.
another lawsuit, I know maybe many of your viewers filed the 589 for asylum. And most people
Yeah,
think that, again, just like any case, that there's nothing you can do but just wait for the interview. But,
yeah.
for example, in China had the one child policy before, but they don't have that anymore. And many Chinese people filed for asylum based on the one child policy. But
Oh,
because that policy does not exist anymore, they can't win asylum based on that old policy. So that's why it's important to file a lawsuit against the government to have your interview as soon as possible before anything changes back in your country.
oh, eso es muy importante. Miren bien, esas personas que han durado tanto tiempo esperando una entrevista del asilo, tienen que tener mucho cuidado en esperar tanto tiempo porque muchas veces las leyes cambian y lo que ustedes van a de pronto a encarar o a esperar en el futuro es que de pronto una ley no les favorezca a ustedes. Vamos a decir que si hoy es su asilo en particular es muy bueno, es un asilo que usted puede ganar fácilmente o por lo menos tener muy buenas probabilidades de ganarlo y usted lleva 10 años esperando para la entrevista, entonces muy posiblemente las leyes pueden cambiar drásticamente y usted puede tener una decisión no favorable para su caso porque las leyes hayan cambiado en ese momento. Ahí es donde nosotros estamos explicándole que puede demandar el gobierno para que usted tenga una entrevista lo más pronto posible. Él hablaba de un ejemplo de China en donde ya la restricción de tener un solo hijo ya no existe, entonces las personas tienen que demandar al gobierno para poder llevar a cabo sus procesos y así poder favorecerse respecto de esas nuevas leyes que hay. Entonces, that's very important. So we are going to talk about this question. Jenny Moronta. Buenas tardes, soy de República Dominicana. Mi hijo está pedido por una madrastra y en diciembre del 2019 los documentos llegaron a la embajada. En enero 20 decía que estaban ready. En marzo cierran la embajada y aún nada. Pero ¿cuál es la pregunta? I mean, she doesn't have pretty much a question. See, I
Okay.
mean, she said that the Dominican embassy, they received the documents on 2020, but she hasn't received any response. You know, so what to do? What to do? What can she do? So in other words, so she said that she has been waiting from January 2020. So what can she do about it? So I think she can do something, or because many people they are asking John about like, okay, I finished my consular processing 1 year ago and I haven't received any response from the government. Can they file an action
For docket, like you talk about, they finished
for
docket
the
being
interview to
DQ,
get to have the
waiting for the
interview?
interview. Yeah, if it's been more than, I would say, if you had your petition approved also in 2019, then your case is probably ready to file a lawsuit to get that visa interview.
Okay,
Because
okay,
believe
yeah,
it or
because
not,
they
I
say
mean,
that they finished the consular processing, so they have
right,
been waiting almost for more than like a year and a half or more.
right.
The interview. So I mean, they can file an action, right?
Yeah, and Jenny,
Okay.
this sounds like a situation where you can file a lawsuit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
este es un caso perfecto, Jenny, para tú demandar al gobierno, porque has estado esperando casi un año, más de un año y medio, Jenny. Así que contáctate con tu abogado. Ah, my Spanish is no good.
Es viernes.
It's viernes, yeah. It's viernes. That's a good combination. Ok, so lo que ustedes tienen que hacer, Yanni, es contactar a su abogado para que usted pueda saber si puede demandar el gobierno. Pero para nuestro concepto, usted puede demandar ya el estado para ver si puede obtener una entrevista consular. Ok, that's a good case. Now, Elvira Sánchez. Hola, buenas tardes, soy mexicana. Mi visa EW3. Fecha de prioridad, abril 2020 y caso cerrado y todo aceptado en febrero del 2021. Soy no calificada como para cuando esperar cita. Ok, EW3. Do you remember which visa is that one? I mean,
Maybe she means
EB3.
EB3.
EB3, I think. I mean, no sabemos, Elvira. La EW3, ¿qué visa? La verdad, no. EW3, no, de pronto te equivocaste allí, será EB3. Bueno, she said that she has priority date from 2020, April 2020,
Right.
and she said that everything was accepted on February 2021, and she said that I mean, how long she needs to wait for the interview. I think I mean, she needs to wait a little bit more, right? Because it's February 2020. I think is very
Right. It
recent. I
sounds
think.
like she said no documentarily qualified. But right now, I believe the visa bulletin shows current, assuming this is Mexico. I'm not sure which country. Yeah, Mexico.
Yeah,
So
Mexico.
it should be current, February 2021. Yeah, want to make sure that you completed all the steps before the visa interview. And if
Oh,
that's the case, it could be almost time.
yeah.
Maybe a couple
So,
more months, then you can file a lawsuit.
yeah, correct. I mean, Elvira, más o menos en unos 2 meses podrías mirar la posibilidad de demandar al gobierno si no has obtenido todavía una entrevista. Hagan sus preguntas, están aquí frente a dos abogados, aprovechen, ¿no? Oh, the same person says, oh, I forgot to comment that I have had H-2B visa for 13 years. Now I am in Mexico waiting for the process. So I think the EB3 process, I think. I mean, yeah,
Right,
the
that's what.
same thing, right? That she can,
Right,
maybe in a couple of months, she can file a lawsuit, right?
right. That's what I was suggesting. One thing you can do in the meantime, Alvaro Sanchez, is inquire with the government, maybe through NVC or the Consulado in Mexico, and
Yeah,
say, "¿Qué pasa con mi caso? When can I get the
exacto. Sí,
interview? Am I
exacto.
am I missing anything? Do I need to give you any documents?"
Yeah, that's true.
And then,
Elvira,
after they give you no respuesta, then we
sí,
can do something.
correcto. Puedes enviar un inquire, que ahí está en la página web del NBC, a mirar a ver qué es lo que ha pasado con tu caso. Hagan las preguntas, denle like a este video, por favor. Petición IR2, listo para la cita, ready for the interview since December 2019. Wow. And in
Wow.
March 2020, they closed the embassy, and in February 2021, aparece en Spinning Soon. and they updated into on 24 June 24. They are ready since 2 months ago and nothing. So, I mean, this
Right.
person has been waiting for a lot, I think.
Yeah, 2 months already,
So
plus
she's
more
ready
since.
too, right? She's ready.
That's ready.
Oh.
Okay, Yanni, give us a call or call Señor Luis.
Sí, Jenny, llámanos porque la verdad nos gustaría analizar más el caso tuyo. Estás lista para una demanda para el Estado también, para el gobierno. Has demorado mucho. Ok, esto es un recurso que prácticamente es muy efectivo, así que traten de hacer sus preguntas. Veo que no están haciendo casi sus preguntas, veo que no le están haciendo like y esto es un video importantísimo, la verdad que sí. Wilton Bautista, muchas gracias por tu comentario. Hola, Wilton. Wilton is from Dominican Republic. We have a lot of Dominicans because Dominican Republic is one of the most important countries in the world to immigrate to US. I think with more than 3,000 people monthly, immigrating to US. That's incredible. The first one is Mexico. That's why we have a Mexicans and Dominicans. So
right.
what can I do if I have been waiting for the interview since March 27 of 2020? Wow. What can I do to expedite my case or my interview? I am a F2B. So I think he's ready to, right?
Well, we have to check for him. I'm not in front of a computer, but I know F2A category for non populated countries is current, but I'm not sure for F2B.
No, F2B is not current. F2B is not current, but
current,
we need to see the priority date of this person and also to see, but it seems that he has maybe a good case, but we need to analyze a little bit more, right?
Yes, we need to check it.
But it's a potential, like a good case. So, mira, Wilton, eres un caso como bueno para poderlo analizar. No sabemos exactamente si puedes hacerlo o no puedes hacerlo. Sería bueno que te contactes con tu abogado para efectos que nosotros podamos posiblemente ayudarte con el análisis del mismo. Sería muy interesante hacerlo. Ok, vamos a ver si por aquí hay más. Bueno, tenemos, we have a lot of questions over here. We are going to try to, oh, it's in English. Wow. You can read
gracias.
it. Yeah. Mr. Victor and Mr. Thin, I asked you both independently about my adjustment of status. I filed one step filing on C1 transit.
Ooh, wow. Bovito. Wonderful.
Yeah, non-criminal mission, and today 6 months from. Can it 6-1 transit file an adjustment of status thing? It's not in
yes.
eligible. It's
what
eligible.
Caught me off guard. I do remember Kellogg's fan before. What caught me off guard usually is like when it's a crewman, but this one is non-crewman. So yes, this person.
Oh yes, if it is not crewman, it is possible because it's transit.
Right.
So the crewman cannot. The transit can.
But this person, yes. Congratulations.
Yeah. Super. Case was approved. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah,
well,
congratulations.
Thanks for continuing to follow our channel. Appreciate it. Please share with your friends.
Well, thank you, Kellogg's fan. That's amazing. That's a bless. Okay. Oh, we have a lot of questions over here. Wow, we have. Muchas gracias pero dele más like a esto, por favor. We need more likes because many people they can benefit.
Yeah, smash the like button. Punto the like button.
And actually, you can find Tony John thing in greencardguys.com. How is the name of the YouTube channel thing?
Gracias, Señor Luis. My YouTube channel is called Green Card Guys TV. So
okay.
Más o menos mismo.
Perfect. Okay, guys. Rosalía Lozano, abogados, tengo una petición hecha a mi hermana y si mi fecha de prioridad se pasa y no recibo ningún documento que puedo hacer. Okay. She said that she has a priority day here and it already passed, So she has been waiting and nothing. She hasn't received probably the welcome letter from the NBC and nothing. So can she do something? Can she file a lawsuit?
So first, we would try to contact National Visa Center, NVC. I don't know. I think you said maybe no welcome letters from NVC. So that's the first thing I would do is to get that. So you can get your case number and your invoice number. Because the USCIS receipt number is different than the NVC case number.
Yeah, but if she hasn't received any credentials from the NBC, she hasn't had any number from the NBC, can it still file something? I mean, or first they
I
inquire
first inquire and then maybe lawsuit,
and
but
then
I
the
would
lawsuit.
first
Ok,
inquire.
perfecto. Entonces, Rosalía, mira, si no has recibido ningún tipo de información del NBC, lo que puedes hacer es enviar un inquiry. Inquiry es como una pregunta que se hace a través de la página web del NBC. Y en la página web está en donde that's a dog. So, ahí entonces vas a empezar a enviar las preguntas y a ver si te responden. Si no te responden y no te responden y no te responden, pues obviamente tendrías la posibilidad de demandar. Bueno, we have a couple of more questions. So we have another. Okay. Okay. She said that Liz L. Hi, blessings. Are they giving it for interviews? I have been waiting for more than 1 year. I mean, no sabemos, Liz, si ya terminaste los 6 pasos, cuánto tiempo has estado esperando. Te aconsejamos que puedas tener la posibilidad de contactarte con nosotros para ver si te analizamos el caso en particular. Ok, vamos a ver si... I think with last question. Ok, Johnny, creo que Johnny, vamos a ver a Johnny aquí. Ok, ok, creo que ya te habíamos dado la respuesta aquí, Johnny. Ok, Nora, vamos a ver. John, last question. Quisiera saber cuánto tiempo tarda USCIS en resolver una moción para reabrir un caso cuando el error es de ellos. Gracias. Wow, this is a good question. So how long does USCIS take in resolving or giving an answer about the motion to reopen when about a particular case, because they had the mistake, How long can they take for that?
Well, I wish there was one magic number, but when it comes to USCIS, I've had cases reopened in 1 month, sometimes 6 months, or even longer than that. So it really depends on your case. If your lawyer has evaluated it, maybe it's better to refile it from the start. Of course, it depends why it was denied in the first place.
So, but in the first place, if she has been waiting for like a reasonable time, can she file a lawsuit or not?
In these kind of situations, motion to reopen with USCIS is not it's not a lawsuit type of
the
case.
I-290B, okay.
Yes.
But the mandamus is possible in the BIA level?
I personally have not done that, but BIA level, I would suggest not. It would not be appropriate to file a lawsuit against the BIA because it's you file a lawsuit against a court, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Ok, respecto a esa pregunta, Nora, en realidad es muy difícil que obtengas una demanda o hacer una demanda en contra del gobierno para que te aceleren una respuesta de la moción de reapertura, porque en realidad es mejor que te asesores bien de tu abogado. Tal vez podemos ayudarte con eso si lo deseas, con mucho gusto. Entonces ahí de pronto mirar si es que la moción no se hizo bien o algo así. Entonces mirar a ver qué puedes hacer, si la puedes enviar de nuevo, porque nosotros hemos tenido casos que nos han reabierto los casos en 6 meses, en 7 meses, quizás hasta en 4 meses hemos tenido casos. Hay unos que se demoran más tiempo, tenemos casos de 2 años, pero uno no puede demandar. Podrías enviarla otra vez más también, okay? I mean, the question is, for example, even if the person already filed a motion to reopen, can they file again? I mean, can they send another motion to reopen despite they haven't received any response from the first one?
Well, first you want to make sure the government received your first one. Filing a second one is usually not appropriate.
It's not a good idea. There you go.
If you already, I've never done that, but if the government received it and you filed the appropriate information, and the thing is because it needs to be filed within the time period. There's always a deadline, usually 60 days, I believe.
And we need to see a lot of aspects like numeric limitations and all of those elements. If his or her particular case was appropriate for that motion to reopen, I think. I mean, but we are talking about BIA. With respect to I-220-290B, I think it's not so difficult? I mean, is something like to see if his case was very complex or something like that, no?
Yes, in these situations with 290B, I would suggest it's really case depends on the case. So I would suggest contacting Senor Luis to share more information about why it was denied in the first place. Then he can come up
Perfect,
with a
perfect.
strategy for you.
That's an amazing experience with you, John, with respect to this particular subject. So we have been talking about important elements. So guys, you have to call your lawyer. So attorney thing, we are here in Florida too. We are working very hard for you guys, and we are providing you important information for your case, for you to be able to have more tools, and then to have a response, a reasonable, within a reasonable time. So this is very important for you. Another tool, you have the Mandamus action. Guys, you have the information
Yes.
of attorney team over here. You have the information of our office too. So we are here to help. This channel is pretty much to educate you in the immigration subject in order for you to have more possibilities to reach your goals, to achieve your American dream. So we are here for you guys. Attorney John Tin, may the max is all you. Can you tell how they can contact you? Like wrapping up everything. So how what do you have to say in this last moment?
Thank you, Senor Luis. I just want to share one last tip is that if you're wondering why your immigration lawyer hasn't suggested file mandamus, it's because most majority of immigration lawyers, they don't have the extra certification from the federal court. And so, and it's okay to hire another lawyer to help you with the mandamus case. It's very common in our industry, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe even your own immigration lawyer has a suggestion of who you could contact for that, but we're also available if you need it. Now, if you'd like to contact me, thank you very much, Senor Luis, for offering that. You can go to my website, greencardguys.com. It's right below my face. And if you want to answer, if you want like our opinion on how we can strategize for your case, you can fill out the lead form, answer some questions, and our team will contact you. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, John. It was a pleasure to meet with you here in this, opportunity with this live. Muchas gracias a todos por haber estado aquí. Le hablamos de un tema muy, muy importante acerca de la moción de Mandamus. Esta es una moción que ustedes tienen como una herramienta más para demandar el gobierno en caso tal de que usted cumpla los criterios para poder hacerlo, y que pues obviamente usted tiene la oportunidad de obtener una respuesta dentro de un tiempo razonable, dentro de un tiempo que debería el gobierno de haber expresado algún tipo de opinión, algún tipo de decisión en referencia a su caso en particular. Así que muy importante que ustedes se asesoren de sus abogados, que ustedes estén bien asesorados para efectos, primero que todo, que ustedes no lleguen a este nivel de tener que demandar al gobierno. Tal vez de pronto el caso suyo no estaba bien asesorado. Y segundo, si usted desafortunadamente ya está en estas instancias, en este proceso de ya pues desesperados, ustedes esperando tantos años, pues nosotros estamos ofreciéndoles aquí información importante para que ustedes sepan que tienen otras herramientas como demandar al Estado. No le dé temor si usted tiene la elegibilidad para ello. Así que con mucho gusto, acá está nuestra información. De todas maneras, siempre asesórese muy bien de su abogado para que usted esté bien representada. Well, thank you so much, Tim. Thank you so much, John. It was a pleasure to meet you one more time. We hope to have you more frequently for this great information. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much.